everybody. We're going to get you online here. Make sure we have you. Well, let's do this. Needs to be a little bit out here. And let's get you started. And I hope everybody comes on. I think I still need to fix that a little bit. That's not quite right. So let's make a better. There we go. Need to see what I'm doing down here a little bit better. I'm going to share this to my groups here, and gonna just get going here. How is everybody today? And we're going to do a sunflower wreath, and I'm going to show you how to do a different center, okay? And we're going to get started here, and let's see. Okay, I've got it going. So it looks like a lot of you are coming on, and I hope everybody's doing good. Let me get here so I can see your comments. I see everybody's adding their comments. Hi, everybody. So tonight we're going to make the sunflower wreath, and we're going to use the natural burlap wreath, or the natural burlap. And the reason why I'm going to do that tonight is because I make poly burlap wreaths all the time. So I literally can do a live any time of the day because I have orders for them right now. Excuse me. Anyways, we're going to get started because I know there's a popular wreath out right now that has a center similar to this. I don't know how they make it, but this is what I came up with. I actually made one of these. Oh, I'm going to see if I can find the orange one I did. And I made it for you guys, and of course I can't see it. Probably a month and a half ago, and I just never got around to doing it, putting it together. So we're going to get started, and what we're going to do first is we're going to quickly put the wreath together. I know, I said it. We're going to quickly make a flower wreath, but that's okay. So I'm going to put this to the side, and we're going to get started, okay? And we will do the center here in a moment. This is what I used. This is from Craft Outlet. It is out of stock. Everything is out of stock at Craft Outlet right now. You all know that. It's frustrating. It is what it is. But you can also get yellow burlap by the bolt at Hobby Lobby. And I actually have some right over here because I use it for many projects. You can even get this, guys, and it's by the bolt, okay? And you can cut out your squares in that. So, but we're going to use what I have because I've literally had this for a year, no joke. And I have 2 rolls, so I can do 2 of these wreaths for now. But what I'm going to tell you what I did was this comes in a 9-inch roll, not a 10-inch roll like we're used to, okay? So, for the flower wreath, we did cut it 9 inches by 9 inches. If I was using poly burlap, I would cut it 10 inches because those rolls are 10-inch rolls, okay? So, let me give you a little tip here. I cut all these earlier today, and I took them out to my garage because it's still really cold up here in Michigan. I woke up to snow on the ground, and of course, I had them a little bit stacked better. I sprayed my edges. I don't know if you can see it, but my edges are kind of stiff right now. I sprayed my edges with this, and this is probably going to be backwards, guys, and I apologize for it. I'm just happy to have this in landscape view, to be quite honest. And this oh, it's upside down. Okay, I need to do this. That's funny. Okay, so yeah, I'm upside down to you all, so yeah, it's backwards. That's awesome. I don't know how to fix that, and I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not going to mess with the camera. I sprayed with this Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover Matte Clear, and I just sprayed the edges, and I let them dry, okay? I sprayed it pretty good. What this will do is it will cut down on your fraying, all right? So let's get started. We're going to do what we always do. I'm going to take some pipe cleaners over here, and because I'm not sure of how, this is actually the first time I've made this, I'm going to go ahead and make a grid to the center, and you've seen me do this many times. We're going to keep going with that. I'm going to put this to the side here, and I'll show you that in a minute. We're going to make our grid, and one of the reasons is this will give something for our stencil to hold on to. So we're going to do that. So, hi Cheryl, you're from Lake Orion, Michigan. My sister lives up there. So I am very familiar with that area. So we're going to just do this. As you can see, there's no right or wrong. I'm going to just twist this now, okay? And it will be a little wonky. That's what I call it. That's okay. So I'm going to just wrap it around, because this is what the sensor will hold on to, and it also will give us the option if we want to add one more petal. So I just like to have the option. I don't know if we're going to do it. We'll see. So let's get started. So I had a lady message me and wants to know, how do you keep your leaves from moving? I show you this in every video. Take your pipe cleaner, wrap it around one side, and then you wrap it around the opposite side of your bracket. That will keep your leaf in position, okay? So I also am going to use this green burlap. Again, it's 9 inches long. I'm sure Craft Outlet is out of stock, like always, but they will get this stuff back in stock. You can use poly burlap. You don't have to use this, okay? So I cut this because this was 9 inches long. I typically cut my leaves just a little bit longer than my petals. So let's see here. I cut this about 10.5 inches, guys. 10.5 inches long for that, all right? So you know the drill. We're going to take our burlap. We're going to meet in the middle, and then we are going to gather. And there you have your leaf, okay? Going to attach it, and you've seen, how many of you have seen my videos before? If you've seen me do a live before, give me some hearts. If you see me do it, this is the normal thing. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put all the green on and get this part done, okay? Yep, I see the hearts. You guys are great. And then I like to kind of, what I liked about this green, it was a little stiff, and I love it when it has a little bit of, not texture, that's the wrong word I'm looking, form to the burlap. I love it when I get that. Not all rolls will come like that. So we're just going to do this. Now, I want to tell you, if you want to buy this wreath, I already have this listed in my Etsy shop. Yes, without a picture of the wreath. Once it's done, you'll know what it looks like. Excuse me. But if you want to buy this wreath tonight, it's the Facebook Live wreath. And I just went ahead and I thought, well, I'm just going to put that up, and if anybody wants to buy it, they can buy it. So, and then tomorrow I'll add pictures if it doesn't sell. All right, so we've got our leaves. Oops. That was fast. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit smaller than my normal. Let me move these over here. So let's see how big this is going to be. This is going to be about a 21-inch wreath. This isn't going to be really huge. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit smaller. And it's smaller because the leaves are smaller. This is a smaller cut of burlap, but that's okay. So I'm going to take my first petal. I'm going to make sure you can see here. And we're going to do the same thing. All right? We're going to make our leaf. Now, because I sprayed those edges, they're less likely to fray or be as fragile. Okay? So we're going to do 2 right there. I've got a little purple in there, so I'm going to, there we go. All right. Well, welcome, Annabelle from Alabama. So, what we do is we put 2 petals on the one leaf, okay? And then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to twist those pipe cleaners onto the underneath part of the frame. Remember, this is what we do on every wreath, and so that kind of brings up your petals a little bit. All right, so now we're going to go to the next leaf, and we're going to do 2. All right. So it's good to see everybody on. Hi, everybody. All right. How many of you are in my Wreath group called Wreath Creators and More? If you're in my Wreath group, I want some hearts. And show me that you're in there. We have a lot of fun, and people literally from all over the world are in that group. It's amazing. That group has grown faster than I myself or Michelle would have even thought. So we're pretty excited about that. So, okay, we've done 2 of the leaves with petals here. Now we're going to go in the middle. Remember how we talked about a wreath frame and you have the outside, the middle is these 2. I love it. I see all my people. And then you have the inside frame, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to do the middle. See how I put can you see how I put the pipe cleaner there? I put it on 2 of the brackets. All right, and I'm going to put 2 petals right there. I'm going to do the same thing. And then when we're done with this, we're going to get started on that middle. It really will not take me long to do this. So let's get this going. All right. So, wow, we're getting some people on here. Is this a good time to do a live? I'm going to attach it to the inside frame. Again, we attach it to the frame to make sure that our petals won't go anywhere. And then I'm just going to wrap this around the frame a little bit. Okay? So there we go. So now that we've done two outside petals, we've done a middle, we're going to go do this petal here on the leaf. And so this is what the working back method is what we do. So 7 o'clock is good, huh? All right, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure. Do we have people from the West Coast joining us? I know that that's pretty early for you guys, but I'm hoping that my kids don't interrupt this one like they did. Do you remember the live where my little boy came in with the ice cream? So, of course you can have ice cream. Mom's on the internet. So I'm going to just attach it here. But I also have 2 other groups. And these are private groups, people. They are for those who have purchased my tutorials. I have, okay, why is that stuck to that? I have a Christmas tree group, and I have taught them in that group how to make another flower based on the Christmas tree tutorial. And then we do lives in that group, and it's just a real helpful group. And then I have my Burlap flower wreath group. And now, as you can see, we're going back to the middle here. We're working back. And in that group, just last week I did a live for a new center for the apple blossom, and you can use it on all sorts of wreaths. And then I'm getting ready to, not this week, but next week, I'm getting ready to do another live in the apple blossom marigold group. So if you want to be in that group, all you have to do is purchase those tutorials. There's no monthly fee. It's just the one-time purchase of those tutorials. I am going to teach them how to make a whole new flower. So you're getting more for your money by just buying the 2 tutorials. You're getting more tutorials for that by just being in that group for me. So there is no monthly fee to be in that group. It's just the cost of the tutorials. So you can check that out on my Etsy. If you haven't already, I know a lot of you have. And I appreciate all of you that have purchased them and are part of my groups. I think that we have a lot of fun there. So we're going to do this. Okay. I'm going to stop talking for a moment. So we've done 3 of the petals, okay? We've done 2 of the middle sections. Now we go back and we're going to do our first inside of our wreath frame, okay? So that would be, the inside is this wreath bracket right here, okay? So we're going to put 2 petals here, and I'm going to just put 1 and then 1 more. So if burlap bothers you, you should wear a mask. I'm not wearing a mask tonight because it would be hard for you to hear me. but this really isn't, this, I'm not, I find too that because I sprayed it, there's very little fibers on my workplace right here. So now that I've put the 2 there, I'm going to attach it to the bar that I made here. And I only added this bar because I wasn't sure how big we were going to make the center. And I wanted the center to have something to attach onto. But I think that's good, okay? So we've got that. So now we're going to go back to the outside wreath here, outside petal. And we're going to add 2 more, okay? So, I don't know, Tuesday nights seem to be a good night for me to do a tutorial. So, okay, wonderful, Linda. I can't wait to have you join the groups. I do have several different ways to buy the tutorials. You can buy 2 of the flowers together. You can buy a combo pack of the Christmas tree and the 2 flowers together to save a little bit of money and join both groups. So, but that's it. I'm done talking about that. Let's finish this up. Make sure if you are in Wreath Creators and More that you join that. That's a group run by me and Michelle Noble of A Noble Touch. She's the one that makes all those beautiful roses and peacock flowers and unicorns. So we did the outside. Now we're going to do the middle, and then we'll do this inside. So do you see how I work my way back? It's the same way every time. Also, when I'm done with this, I'm going to cut that little string here. I've got, I finally brought down this. Have you guys seen this? You can get this at Joann's. I will also, I will have a whole post with these 2 sprays so that you guys can see them and understand what I'm talking about. This will help the fading for your burlap, as will this, but this will also help make it stiffer. Be careful, don't spray this on the brown, the dark brown, because it will leave like a white on it, and we don't want that. So let's get back to this. Alrighty. So my Etsy shop has been busy, and I think people are starting to get ready for Mother's Day. Are you guys making wreaths for Mother's Day yet? I think a lot of people are, and again, I'm just twisting this on the back there. I think a lot of people are getting ready for Mother's Day. So, so if we do this right, you're only going to need 30 pieces of the 9" by 9" cut for this wreath. Now, if you want to use this and do regular burlap, I think you're only going to need to use, for the inside frame, 1 petal. But really, it's kind of a preference thing. If you like a more fuller wreath, go ahead and add a 2nd petal. This, I'm going to add a 2nd petal because they're not as thick as regular burlap on the bolt. So, yes, Cheryl, if you use that spray, you need to use at Joann's. Make sure you use the, see here, I'm just twisting it as I talk to you guys. Make sure you use your coupons because it is expensive. It's like 15 bucks for a bottle, but it will last a long time. I spray all my natural burlap wreaths that go out with that. Okay, here's the last leaf petal. We're going to put 2 on there. So nothing new here as far as the way that we're putting together the flower. Putting it basically the same. This is just the basic sunflower technique. So, and I do have a YouTube channel. If you've never seen it, it's called Julie's Wreath Boutique. Really easy to find. So, anyways, how many have made a sunflower wreath? Have you ever made a sunflower wreath before, or is this the first time you've seen a tutorial like this? So I did the outside, now I'm going to do the middle. We're going to do this inside, and then we have another middle over here we need to complete. And then we're almost ready to get started on that middle. So, almost there, guys. Be a little bit more patient with me. What's your favorite flower for summer? I love hydrangeas. I wish there was a way I could figure out how to make a hydrangea wreath. I would love that. Peonies is another favorite of mine. I would love to learn how to do that. And you never know, when I get some time, I might just say, I'm going to figure it out. I have some things in the works. I have some new ideas in the works on how we can use fabric. I know I've showed you how to make a fabric flower, but I want to learn how to do more things with the fabric, because we all can find fabric, right? We don't have to order that from online. So now I'm going to do another center bracket. Here's what I call it. Here's one. The name of the spray. Okay, it is called Force Field UV Sunblock. You will find that spray for burlap. You're going to use it on burlap. It's actually a spray to use on patio furniture. And it's supposed to help the fading. And then the other spray that I do after that is the Rust-Oleum 2x Ultra Cover Matte Clear Finish Spray. It's non-yellowing, UV resistant. So, okay, we've got one more middle. We've got 3 more places to put our petals here. So we're going to do that last middle section there. And we will get to work on that middle. Okay. So the middle that I made earlier, I think it's a little too big, and I think that's a good thing. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller tonight, but I wanted to show you how I made it in case you wanted to use like a 12-inch wreath frame, so that, you know, you have options. Again, we're just attaching this, and when I'm done with this, I'm going to go back and I'm going to trim all these up and make sure that no sharp edges are anywhere, okay? So we've got 2 more spots to put petals on, and then we will be done with this part. All right. Oh, good, Beth. I'm glad. I love to see the fabric wreaths. And if you haven't seen that, video, at the top of my page, there are videos, and you can hit the See All tab, and it will show you all of the lives, and you can watch them. So you can share them to the wall if you'd like to share this one to your wall, so that you would have for future. Please do. I always appreciate the shares. It's not a necessity, but I appreciate it. If you aren't following or liking my page, make sure you like and follow my page so that you will know when I'm doing something new. Okay, one more spot here. I like the color of this yellow. It's a little bit, a little oranger, I guess. Is that the best way to say it? A little oranger than the poly burlap. And like I said, I know some of you wanted to see me do the poly burlap. I will do that this week. It might be in the middle of the afternoon, and I hope that's okay. But I will do that for you guys. All right, here is our last petal. All right. Just twist that and then attach it to that bar that we made. I really like the bar for this one too. And we're just going to just twist that. Okay. So I'm going to just kind of gently pull some of these out. All right. And this is what you have to do with all of them. You're gonna coach it along a little bit. But I'm glad that I sprayed the edges with the spray, because I'd have a whole lot more frame. And that just kind of just stops it in its tracks. Okay. So, all right. And like I said, when I'm done with all of this, I will spray all of this. Okay. a little bit of strings. We don't want those strings. Okay. So do you see that? Am I showing you that pretty good? It's hard to make sure you get it all in the picture here, but that's okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to set this to the side, guys, and you can see the green, and you know, when you're done, you might have to go back and trim it a little bit. But this spray will really stiffen it up for you. It will really make a difference, okay? So, I like the way that looks. I'm looking at my iPad. I think that looks good. So, let's get started on the middle, all right? So, here is what I'm seeing. Let's see, where did I put all my pieces? Okay, they're right beside me. That's okay. These are floral pins. Yeah, that's what they're called. Do you see these floral pins? You're going to use some of these. And this is a disc that I purchased from Dollar Tree. They come in a 2-pack of 2 of these. So I think that's a good deal, and I liked the fact that it was so cheap that I thought I got to figure out how to do that, okay? So, see, I even have yellow left over, so that's good. All right. One of my ladies in my private group mentioned these cutting boards that you can find at Dollar Tree. So this is the first time I'm going to use it tonight, and because we're going to use some glue. So this is just a brown 6-inch roll of burlap, okay? It's the 5 yards long. So what I'm going to do, and this does not have to be perfect, I'm going to put on my little caps for my fingers because we don't need to burn anything tonight. So you don't want me to leave, do ya? Because I burnt my fingers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at this angle. Can you see me? Make sure you can see everything. I'm going to start at this angle, and I'm going to roll. And I'm not sure that these are going to be helpful. I'm going to take these off. I'm going to live wild tonight, I know. So I'm just going to start rolling. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue, and I already need a glue stick. That's not helpful. I'm going to put just a little bit of glue to kind of hold the roll, okay? And I'm just going to keep rolling. And this is what's going to start creating. And every so often, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. Not a lot. Just enough, okay? And try to keep your roll pretty tight as you can, okay? Do you see what's happening here? I'm rolling at an angle. Do I still have, oh, I have more people. I still have everybody's attention. Okay. Always worry that I'm going to lose you. Because I know it's Tuesday night, and there's people doing lives tonight. That's great. But I just like to get this done, and I've had people message me and say, can you make this wreath? I'm like, yeah, I can make that wreath. But you know, everybody has a different take on everything. Make something original, make something your own. And that's what's fun about, you know, creating. So you can see it's not rolled super duper tight, and that's okay. When we start to roll this will come apart a little bit. So actually I'm going to unroll this a little bit and put some more glue here. And I'm dropping my glue gun. That's not a good thing. Okay. So you just want to make enough. This isn't a science. As you can see, some of it's coming apart, but we're going to twist that, and it will come together. I promise. What's kind of neat about this one is you can really mess this up. I mean, it can just be like what you make of it. But this just kind of helps get us started. So we're going to just keep going doing this. And I'm not sure. I'm not going to use this whole roll. I know that much. So, and as I roll it, it's kind of coming undone, but that's all right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to get started because it's starting to come undone. I know, that's what you have a life for. But that's okay, all right? See, not everything is perfect. Okay, so we're going to take this, and I'm going to trim off these edges. Okay. And I am going to just kind of roll this inward. And about the middle, I'm going to find about what looks like the middle to me. And I'm going to take a floral pen, and I'm going to go in at an angle, and this is going to get it started for us, okay? Let's make sure that see, that floral pen did not come through because I did it at an angle. And so this is what's going to get it started. I'm going to put another one in just to secure it, okay? So we're going to cover that all up, so don't worry about it. So I'm going to actually bring this all over here and kind of lay it on my floor. I'm going to put some glue around the base. And this is where I hope I do not burn myself, okay? So when you're doing this, I want you to twist this. Can you see it? Can you see that? I want you to kind of twist as you're turning, okay? I hope that you guys can see this. And you're just going to twist and keep twisting. Kind of keep it pretty tight, okay? So you're going to hold it down. And I'm going to add some more glue. And this is where you really need to be careful, okay? This is where those little glue tips would be good to use. Can you guys see that? That's what I'm doing, okay? You could do any color with this. As you can see, I'm twisting, okay? I'm twisting, and I'm holding it down with my forefinger, and I'm going to add some glue, just a little bit. We're going to do about, what, 2 inches? And we're going to keep doing this. Now, let me tell you what you can do, too. So I'm going to keep twisting this. Okay? You see that? I hope you like that. Okay. As you twist this, you can take your floral pen and at an angle, go down. Now, the reason why I can do this is I know that I'm going to cover those floral pens, guys. Okay? They're not going to show because I'm doing it at an angle. Can you see? See? Still no floral pens. Okay. I'm going to keep twisting. And again, even though this has come apart, it's okay. It just kind of helps get the process going when you roll it like that. It's not going to be perfect, okay? So I'm going to just hold that out, and I'm going to add my glue. Being very careful, and I'm going to add a little bit more here. I'm really being brave. Being very careful not to get my hands in that glue, guys. All right. So we're going to keep twisting it, okay? Add some more glue, and then we'll add some more floral pens. These mats, this mat here is from Dollar Tree, and it's just something good to put on top of your cutting mat to not get the glue on. So we're going to keep twisting here and just hold on to it, okay? Okay, I'm going to show it to you in a moment. Let me do my twist there. Do you see it? How well can you see that? So, what size is the styrofoam? Hi, Chris. My brother's on. Let's see. It's 5 inches. These are 2 packs for $1 at the Dollar Tree. So that's why I'm using them. Okay, I'm going to take a floral pen and go down. Okay, and let's get some more of those pens over here. And if you want, you could do as many, as long as you're wrapping the burlap around it, you're not going to be able to see those floral pens, okay? We're just making sure it stays in there. Okay, so we're going to turn it some more. And I'm going to keep turning my burlap here. There's a little bit of yellow. Okay. I'm going to hold it down and add some more glue. See, I'm getting braver. I'm going around even farther here. So we're gonna just keep that twisted here. Okay. So we're gonna hold that in, put some more glue. what is the spray called? 2 different sprays I'm using. We're using a UV sunblock spray that you can purchase at, oh, we're having a problem here. You can purchase, I'm going to put a pen right there because I'm having a problem. Okay. At Joann's, and I'm going to make another post, so don't worry, okay? You'll be able to find the spray. You can even, if you don't have a Joann's fabric, you can even order it from Amazon. I've gotten it from Amazon before I knew Joann's had it. So as you can see, I think I'm down, okay, down to the end. Oops, I need to put some pins in there. Okay, need to hold it down. Can you guys see that? Kind of down. Can you see that? You are scaring me, Robin. Oh, why? Are you scared that I'm going to hot glue myself? That's okay. All right, so I'm going to put some more pens here. And so that way we have 2 ways of making sure that this fits, okay? Okay, so you're starting to see a little bit there. Okay. Move this away. Okay. All right, can you see that? That's what I've gotten done so far. I'll put it up there. And we're almost done with the center. I'm going to just do this. Yes, you have to be very careful with the hot glue. All right. Now, when you spray your sunflower wreath, I don't know if you remembered me saying this earlier, do not spray that Rust-Oleum spray on this. It will leave a white residue on this dark burlap. I don't know why it does, but it will. So I'm going to put, one kind of like, can you see what I'm doing here? I'm going to kind of put it half in the burlap and half in the foam here. Let's see if we can get this to go through. There we go. No, that came up a little bit. Let's go down a little bit. There we go. And we're going to just keep rolling. At this point, I've gone past the part where I rolled all that burlap, and that's okay. And you don't even have to really roll it. I just like to start it out that way because it does give me a good start. So here we go. Just keep rolling. Okay. And you really got to keep the tension pretty tight on this. My tension is pretty tight. Okay, so we're going to keep going. You see that? I can't believe I have your attention still. This is like watching glue dry. I mean, I know it's glue. We're watching glue dry. Okay. So now at this point, I have filled the whole base, okay? As you can see, I filled the whole base. Now we're going to start covering this white part, okay? And because this is, let's put this, see how big we want this. Because we don't need a huge center, we're only going to go around this once, okay? So I'm just going to glue this around that. If a little bit white is showing, that's okay, because it's going to be placed down in the wreath. So now I'm going to hold it with this one. I'm going to add some glue, and I'm going to do more of the side view here. Okay. And I'm just going to keep my hands on that to make sure it sticks. Don't want to go too fast. Oops. And it slips out of your hand just like that. Okay, I've got a problem here, so we're going to fix this. We're going to stick this down in there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to go some more. See what I'm doing? Okay, I'm getting glue on my finger, but that wasn't very hot. That was old glue. All right, and just keep, you can either keep twisting. Now, with this other one that I did, I actually kept going around the outside, and I will show you that in a moment. Okay, we're just about at the end here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to end it on the opposite side of our thing. I'm going to put some more glue down here, and then I'm going to run a floral pin right down in there. Okay, you roll, let's just do 2, and then we can cut off the excess. Okay, these are heavy duty scissors, and they're not wanting to cut. Okay, so that's about how much I had left. So you need a whole roll. You won't need to use the whole roll. It depends on how big you want the center. What did I do with my scissors? I just had them. Here they are. So like there's a little string, so I'm just going to trim that. And I see a little bit of glue there. So if you look at the other one I made, it's much bigger. Do you see? But see how what I did, I'm going to just take these to the side. Once I made the wrap around the outside, I just built on top of each wrap, I guess is what you would say. So that's how you can make it actually bigger. Even though your foam is smaller, you can make it bigger, okay? So now we need to get rid of all this. We need to make a thing, a way to fasten it down. So I'm going to take 2 of these pipe cleaners, and this is where I am going to put my glue things on. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the edges of my floral pins for this one. So I want to make sure it stays, okay? And at an angle, because this isn't real thick, because this came from the Dollar Tree. I mean, you can buy thicker foam, but you're going to pay $5 for a disc. So, okay. So we're going to do that. And then, because that glue is exposed, and I want to put this on my wreath right now, I am going to get a piece of felt to put on it. And I'm looking for some felt. Where's some felt at? And of course, okay, we're going to use a piece of orange felt because it's close. Because nobody's going to see this, okay? And this is another thing you could do. Put a piece of felt over that, okay? So then that way, I don't want to risk getting any glue. And actually, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to glue a little bit of this down. This is sticking up, and I don't want that to stick up. I'm going to take my glue tip here, and I'm going to pull it over. And I'm even going to use another one of these. This is a part nobody sees, okay? That's all right. But that is your middle, and that is your twisted burlap middle, okay? Do you see that? All right. So, yeah, we're not going to use any plastic canvas tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the wreath back in your attention here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I have my 2 ends, and I'm going to just run them through, and I'm going to flip this over. Remember that grid I made? This is why I made that grid, okay? And I'm going to pull gently on my petals here because I want them to come up. All right. I'm going to flip it over. And this is where I probably should have used a different color. What do you think? This is where I have a little bit of a, okay, find my pipe cleaners game. So let's see. I have this sitting on my hand. I don't have this sitting on the table because I don't want it to get all smushed. Okay. So I have them here. I'm holding them up. And I'm just going to twist it. Okay. So I can move this down. So here we go. So this is the first time I've done a live, and I'm using, this is the first time I put this wreath together. So we're just going to pull up these, and then I'm going to spray it with both of those sprays, and I'm going to put a felt back on the back of this so you can kind of see. I don't know, I can't see exactly what you see until the delay is over. So, but this is and I have glue on my hands, the burlap, a natural jute burlap with the brown center. Okay, and then if you have any of these loose little strings, you're just going to take your scissors and you're going to do that. If you like my lives, if you like the way I teach, I do sell tutorials for premium wreaths that I make. They are all very good money sellers for me when I sell wreaths. So if you're looking for something new to make or something new to grow your business, I would suggest those. And those have private groups, and you get my attention, and you just have to buy the tutorials. No monthly fees. Okay, so how does that look, guys? So I hope you enjoyed this tonight. I hope that now you know how to do that brown burlap center. I hope you enjoyed it, and I enjoyed teaching it to you and showing you how to do it. So I guess make sure you follow, like, share this live, and I will do more in the future. You guys all have a wonderful evening, and thanks for coming by tonight and watching. Have a great night. Bye-bye.